Teaching kids to count is fine, but teaching them what counts is best. And that's a quote from Bob Talbert, but it perfectly describes the impact that teachers have in our lives. And joining us right now is a teacher who is doing just that, and she was recently named Region 6 Teacher of the Year. Let's welcome Becky Manore. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm happy to be here today.
We are very excited and happy for you too. We have to wish you a big congratulations. But you're a Spanish teacher at Grand Ledge, and I first want to ask you, tell us what inspired you to get into education.
Yeah, so my younger former self never wanted to be a teacher. I was actually planning on being a lawyer.
Really?
Yeah, so I went to Michigan State University through James Madison College, and I was a social relations major, learning about the world and different policies going through. And I had to have 2 years of a world language to graduate.
Okay.
I had taken some Spanish in high school, and I absolutely hated it.
Really?
Yes, I didn't understand how to conjugate the verbs, the all of those things.
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. I never really liked grammar in English. So if you would have told my former high school self that I would be a Spanish teacher, I would have never believed it. So I went off to Spain after having like a third trimester of Spanish. So I took my 2 years, and I said, if I have one more opportunity, I can go to Spain and study abroad. And this is what really changed my life and made me want to become a teacher. I fell in love with Spain and the culture and the people there. And I was from such a small town where I grew up in northern Michigan. Just being able to see the world in a larger light really affected me. And so I brought back all of my lessons, and I decided I wanted to be a teacher. And not only did I want to be a teacher, I wanted to be a Spanish teacher and be able to open up other students' eyes to different languages and cultures that they might not normally be aware of.
And that is wonderful, and look at you now being awarded for your work. So I know that's one memorable moment, but have you had any others that really stick out to you from your teaching career?
Oh my gosh, yes. So one of my proud teacher moments is I actually have a former student, Tessa Villanueva. I don't know if she's married or not now, but she grew up with me in Eaton Rapids High School, and she has a degree in Spanish now, and she is teaching over on the west side of the state. So kind of becoming full circle. I've had lots of students that have come back and said, Mrs. Manore, thank you so much. I was able to use this later on in my life. And I really think just the ability to have students want to travel the world, and they saw that I was able to do that as a single young female, and that has really inspired a lot of young ladies to go out and explore new items and cultures and around the world.
Of course, anything worth having comes with a challenge too as well. Have there been any that you faced, and how did you overcome them?
Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of challenging things to do in teaching. You always want to do your best. However, sometimes it's challenging with the time that you have, or sometimes you have some challenging students in your class. And so trying to figure out, a lot of times those challenging students are the ones that need the most, and how you're able to reach out with them and connect with them and make them feel comfortable and allow them to grow.
Of course, Ms. Manore, you teach your students a second language, but is there anything at all that they've taught you?
Oh my gosh, I learn something new from my students all the time, whether it's the newest TikTok trend or all kinds of vocabulary that my husband doesn't know what I'm saying. I found that we don't give students enough credit. They really rise to the occasion, and there are some amazing, talented students, not only just in the classrooms, but that do extracurriculars as well, whether it's music, dance, art, sports, and it's amazing to see all of that. And I just love watching them grow and just being in awe of their talent.
But right now, you are Regional Teacher of the Year. But tell us, what are the next steps to becoming the Michigan Teacher of the Year? And tell us, when do you find out?
Yeah, so it has been a crazy 2 weeks. I found out last Monday that I was nominated or received the title of Michigan Teacher of the Year Region 6. Tuesday morning, the press release went out, and I was overwhelmed with just the amount of support and love from my current community and former communities that I've taught with, friends and family. And so now we just kind of wait and see. With that interview, I had to do a 15-minute presentation for professional development.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I really love doing games in my classroom. So my title was Game On, Enhancing Student Learning Through Play. So just giving different ideas about how to trick students into learning and keep them comfortable and repeat things in class.
What advice do you have for aspiring teachers?
Oh my gosh, please do it. We really need great teachers in Michigan. Michigan and all over the nation right now. It's a great chance to inspire younger kids. You get to plant seeds. Sometimes you don't always get to see how those plants grow, but you get to instill confidence and learning, and with learning it opens up doors to opportunities, and through education you can do anything.
That's right. They say the day you plant the seed is not always the same day that you see the fruit, but trust and believe that it will blossom and grow eventually, and you've been doing that with your classroom. So again, thank you for joining us and congratulations.
Thank you so much.